Canton Fair 138th here with Zach.
Exactly. We're seeing huge tariffs from the United States.
If you cut yourself off from China, you better be ready.
This thing is like a robocop.
It's called VR paraglider. So it's basically like a one-stop for all here at Canton Fair. Welcome to the world's biggest shopping center for the best made in China. The only section in Canton Fair that you need to wait in lines to get inside because it's way too crowded. It's the robot section. You know, trade has been quite difficult for this year, but do you know what's the most popular product that other countries buy from China this year? It is not electric vehicles, it is not home appliances, it's robots. This is a surgical robot. Look at the precision of that. This is crazy. Well, doctors get tired. They don't. Whoa. Okay, I'm putting on this exoskeleton. Okay, it looks very heavy, but it's not. Longer. Whoa! Okay, this thing is about 20 kilograms, and I just press this button, it automatically lifts up. It looks like the Call of Duty, if you have ever played the game, exoskeleton, for $10,000.
So this thing is like a robocop, but in the shape of a ball. I guess you can use it to, ram onto the assailants, the attackers, for defense use. And it can be used as a patrolling unit.
For the first 9 months in 2025, China's exports of robots rose 55%. That's an insane number. But like, if you're curious that you haven't met a robot in your country, maybe in your daily life or where you work, that's because most robots we're using today are in factories. They're industrial robots. They were employed to facilitate the manufacturing process. And that's why in daily life you don't get to see the robots a lot. Okay, what we're looking here is like the Spider-Man robots. It cleans the glass walls of tall buildings so that humans don't have to risk their lives doing it. You know, it's perhaps the most challenging year for global trade because you have very unstable and unpredictable trading policies from the world's biggest economy, aka the United States. You know, uncertainty is the worst nightmare to any businesses. You know, customers are afraid to place new orders, producers are afraid to expand production, workers are afraid that they might lose their jobs, and consumers are afraid to pay for higher prices for the same products. But that is what we're looking at right now. Okay, this is the electric vehicle section. We have electric buses, electric minibus from Skyworth. It's quite interesting because Skyworth, they used to make televisions, but now they're making electric vehicles. This is an electric SUV by GAC. Well, this beast here has the maximum range of about 750 kilometers. I think that's pretty sufficient for long travels. But one thing that is also quite important for driving electric vehicles is that you've got to have sufficient charging stations along the road. Well, in China, we do have that. Like along the highways, whenever you don't have enough power to your vehicle, you can just stop to get your vehicles charged. That's quite important because if you want to have really implement this green transition, you want people to buy electric vehicles, you got to have the infrastructure to support that lifestyle. But in China, it's the reality. We have affordable electricity and we have charging stations basically everywhere along the road, in shopping malls, in supermarkets. I mean, everywhere you can find yourself a charging station to recharge your vehicle. And while I was traveling in Europe, I mean, the need for electric vehicles is there. They do have the need for electric vehicles, but one thing that they do not have is a lot of charging stations. Well, that is sort of stopping people from buying electric vehicles.
Hey guys, it's Alex with Reportify here, and I think we're back on our maybe third walk and talk.
Yes, exactly. Last time it was in April. We did a walk and talk here at the Canton Fair, and this time October. But one thing is same though, because both Canton Fair, we're seeing huge tariffs from the United States.
Seasons change, but nothing in the tariff world changed. Let's go for a walk, my friend.
Yeah, sure. Let's go for a walk. We're seeing global buyers from Latin America, Africa, Europe, and they're happy about doing business with Chinese partners here. They want the quality Chinese goods, but one country is kind of missing here. You know what?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the United States. We don't see a lot of American buyers here because I don't think they can still do business now with this huge tariff thing.
If every one of these companies can maneuver their way out of that market, this is dark times. I'm serious. This is very dark times, and I'm not joking about this. Because China has acted as the manufacturer, the warehouse to the world for the North American markets. And we're not just talking about consumers out there that are getting those cheap pairs of socks or the cheap coffee mugs. We're talking about people that generate businesses that need components from China, whether it's in the computer, consumer electronic, the new energy vehicle, the apparel, the glass, home and houseware. If you cut yourself off from China, you better be ready.
Exactly.
The United States has hammered the market, or the Chinese market, but that's not it. The Chinese knew this was coming, and they prepared themselves against the Belt and Road Initiative, which has connected over 150 countries so far. Let's talk about that, the BRI.
Of course, the Belt and Road Initiative and the countries along that road are now trading way more with China. They're trading way more with each other because now we are seeing a huge drop in exports to the United States, from China to the United States. That's a fact that we cannot escape. But what we're also seeing is the huge surge trading with BRICS countries, BRI countries, ASEAN countries. And that surge, they offset the decline in exports to the US.
Incredible, huh?
Yeah, still. So everyone else is still making money, is still making the trade going, but just not the US.
If we look at it from a standpoint that they're missing out on a lot of really important technology. Some of the stuff that I've seen coming from April to this October has drastically changed.
Exactly.
You know, the consumer electronics, the new energy vehicles, these industries don't stand still. And here is something that I want the North American market to listen and wake up to this. Because if there's protectionism about your, we'll call it your automotive industry, you better beware, because these cars are coming to the shore near you no matter what happens. And it may be that your industries get completely wiped out by the new technology here. It's coming, the technology is here, it's not going away. You can put 100, 200, 300, 400, 500% tariffs on it. This market will continue. And what it's going to do is it's really going to isolate North America here.
Yes.
This isn't about me thinking, oh man, okay, we're going to have to pay an extra $1 or $5 for something. No, the American market, and I'm not going to get into the leadership over there, but some of the people that, with the mentality, they clearly haven't been to a show like this to see what's going on. The world's going on without you guys. You know what I noticed this time around?
Yeah.
When I was approaching, and you'll see behind us here, guys, there are lots of booths. They're all behind us here. You'll see there's just so many booths behind us. They used to quote prices, Zach, in US dollars. Now they ask me, what currency would you like the price quoted in?
Yeah,
That is very, very new.
That's a huge shift. That exactly is a huge shift.
And we used to see on their price sheets, they would quote in US dollars, but that's not the case anymore.
And it's not just electric vehicles. They also have the solar panels here. You know, anything that is related to renewable energy is here. China has the full package, all the solutions, from vehicles to chargers to batteries to solar panels. I mean, if it's renewable energy, China is the king. This area is for AI plus life, AI plus education, and AI plus corporate. It's basically AI solutions for different areas. And a lot of customers are very interested at this. See, I think they're getting some very good deals today. It's quite interesting because I'm sort of noticing a new trend here at the Canton Fair, where we used to have a lot of these Chinese translators helping the foreign buyers to get deals, to negotiate terms with the producers. But what I just noticed is that now many of these foreign customers, many of these foreign buyers now, they speak Chinese. They just speak Chinese directly to the factories, to the producers. That is something new. So this is the electronics section, where you have phone cases, accessories, hair dryer, walkie-talkies, LED screens.
You know what's amazing, Zach, is the big misunderstanding about trade. China is not here to steal business. In fact,
Exactly.
at the Canton Fair, which is the world's largest consumer electronics show on the planet, there's foreign companies here.
Exactly.
They can do business.
We're seeing more and more foreign companies that are showcasing their products, their designs here at the Canton Fair, trying to, attract global buyers and also, Chinese buyers. So Canton Fair is becoming a huge magnet for businessmen around the world. So it's not only the Chinese manufacturers here. All these foreign brands, they want to get a share of their pie. So they're here. It's basically like a one-stop for all here at the Canton Fair. You've got producers, factories showcasing the latest products, and you've got logistic companies that can handle the logistics for you, handle the shipments, and you have custom here answering all the questions about the tariffs, about the procedures, and there are banks here to handle the payment issue. You can basically get everything done right here. Find the best products and find the most suitable logistic service, and yeah, get everything done. This way, this way. Doesn't like me. Hey, this way. Hey, look this way, look this way, look this way.
因为加大了口味，还有心情。